was obsessed with how we create. I see each of us as creative beings. I see us as created in the image of God. And the only thing that I can know about God is that God is a creator. God created the universe, the world, us. God wanted to experience itself. And so it created other things. God is a creator. That's my understanding. And so I became really obsessed with how are we creators? If we're created in God's image, then what we know about ourselves is that we are creative beings. So how do we create these lives? Mostly lives that we wish were different. Why is that? And I struggled with this idea, why is it that my life is not the way I want it to be? If I'm a creator, if we're all creators, why aren't we creating something better, something different? And the more I studied in all sorts of areas, I always call myself the woo-woo lady. I did so many of the New Age things, courses, read the books. And then I went looking in mysticism and metaphysics, in Jewish mysticism. And what I found almost everywhere is that we create our reality. We create our experiences. We create most of what's around us with our thoughts about everything, our thoughts about ourselves, our thoughts about our spouse or significant other, about our kids, about our money situation, about everything. Recently, I had a friend of mine tell me that she has gotten quite obsessed with a book I read long ago called Conversations with God by Neale Donald Walsch. And so I've been re-listening, not rereading, but re-listening to these books. He has several books. And I was reminded of the fact that even in these books, we're told the same thing, that we create our reality and that we do it with thought. It starts with thought, and then it goes out into the world as words, and then it's through our behavior. And what I know is that in every moment we have a choice of what to think, what to say, what to do. And it's those choices we make that create our reality. We can see the loss of a job as something horrible, right? We can think thoughts about this is horrible and I'll be homeless and I can't pay the bills and, I must not have been good enough. We can tell people the same thing. I don't understand. I feel so horrible. I'm worried. I'm afraid that I can't pay my bills, that I won't get another job. And then in the midst of that, we do nothing because we're telling ourselves things and we're speaking words that come from thoughts that cause us to get stuck in our tracks and feel like we can't do something different. And so what we choose is not to do anything at all, when we could choose to do something different. And somebody's going to say, yeah, well, I did something different and I went job hunting and I didn't find a new job. The fact is that somewhere in there are thoughts that you've thought so many times that they're beliefs, and you probably say them about it being hard to get a job, about it being, you're not good enough, you don't have the credentials, there aren't enough jobs. And the more you think these things and speak them, the more that becomes your reality. So I'm not trying to put blame on anyone. There's this whole, thing people used to talk about, New Age blame, that, we're the cause of, if we're sick, then it's our fault. And, then we feel guilty and all of that. I don't want to create any guilt. I don't want to point a finger at anybody. However, I do believe that we all need to take responsibility for ourselves and for creating the reality that we want. Creating a reality that we feel good about. And part of that is stepping into our best selves. And in every moment, we're creating ourselves. And that's the biggest choice we can make. The most important choice we can make is who we want to be. And in every moment to think that I can be this person, and then to speak about being that person, to speak as that person, and to do the things that person would do. One of the things, I can't remember exactly how it was said in the book Conversation with God, but it's This idea of, what is, if you see yourself as a perfect soul in this world, perfect, amazing being in this lifetime, what would that look like? Who would you be? How would you behave? How would you speak? And are you doing that now? The likelihood is not. I know I'm not. I'm trying, but I'm not. But when we can have that kind of aspiration of this amazing person you are, you came into this world perfect. You're not a sinner. You're not broken. You're not, you're just perfect the way you are. You're perfect. You came in perfect. And when you know that, and you know that you are a part of God, that you are a godlike being that was created in God's image, and you are here with the same creative ability, if you knew that, if you really knew that, how would you behave every day? Who would you be? How would you be different? And then in every moment, we have the choice to be that person. You and I, we have the choice to be this person, to get closer and closer to this divine being that we are. And that's the reason to be here, is to grow into that person, to remember who we are. We are spiritual beings having a physical experience, and that we came into the world perfect, and now we just have to remember that. And we came into the world as creators, and we have to remember that. We need to start creating, all of us together, the kind of world we want to have, the kind of people we want to be. And that's my challenge to you today. Remember who you were when you came into this world. Remember the perfect being you were, and know that that's still who you are, and begin thinking, speaking, behaving like that person, and the world will be a better place. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I help people get from that moment of inspiration when the light bulb goes on to the moment when they create something. I'm just passionate about creating things, whether it's a book or your best self or anything else. I'm passionate about it. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you get from where you are to where you want to go by stepping into that best self. I do this for authors as an author coach, and I also do it for just about anyone, but in particular, creative people who have a spiritual bent. I help you step into your best self. And I do that as a high performance coach. I'm a certified high performance coach, one of about 700 operating around the world. It's an elite form of coaching that has amazing results. You achieve more in 3 months than you did in the last year. In any case, I do this work that I do in the world with the desire to connect, to be aligned spiritually, to be aligned with my best self, and to help others align and to create from that place. So if that's something that you're interested in, please reach out to me. If you don't know how to work with me, set up a 15-minute session with me. You can go to my website and you'll see the opportunity to set up a 15-minute session with me, and we'll talk about how we could work together. If you know that you're interested in personal development, then fill out the application I have at ninaamir.com/free session. ninaamir.com/free session. You'll see the link after this. The video is over, and fill out the application there. And we'll spend an hour and a half together talking about how you can level up, how you can step into your best self and live the life of your dreams, create the life of your dreams. So my challenge to you, again, remember who you are. Step into that person. Make that choice every day and in every moment. Until I talk to you next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.